Hi, let's talk about contour and why that's important. I don't have anything on my face other than the foundations, or the highlights is what we call them in Saint. So I have zero color other than just the basic, right? So I don't have any contour, bronzer, cheek. So here's why we want to contour. And really, it can happen at any age, but I'm going to speak mainly to you girlies that are in my category, which is in the 50s. I'm 58. So what happens, as we talked about our eyes, gravity gets a hold of our skin, right? And so everything starts pulling down. We get jowls. Sometimes we look like we're sad because our mouth tends to just fall. You know what I'm saying? Which is a point. When you guys are doing your lips, if you have an upper lip line that is starting to fall, don't follow your lip line. Stop it about right there. So your mouth becomes more of a circle rather than lower and down this way. Okay, so we also talked about bringing your eyes up. When we do eyeshadow, liner, we're always pulling it this way, not following the line of our eyelid or our eyebrows. We're moving it this way. Well, the same principle applies with your contour. And here's what we know. Okay, so traditionally you're going to place your contour underneath your bone. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. You can still do that, but let's try this new trick. This is Indigo. It's from Saint. It's a cream. I just use an old eyeshadow pencil. I say old, not like it's ratted out. It just means I don't use it on my eyes anymore, but it is clean. I clean all my brushes on Sunday night. Okay, so my cheekbone is right here. I'm going to actually go right above it, and I'll show you why. So we're going to go right above it, and I'm moving that line up into my hairline. Okay, the reason why we want to do it a little bit above is because we're really pulling everything up. Now I'm going to shadow just into my hairline. This application, y'all, does not have to be pretty. All we're doing is slapping it on the face. Okay, better do the other side. Find that cheekbone and come right up on top of it. Okay, you want to make sure they're even, and then finish out for the hairline. Now, it's important to also do your jaw, because our skin starts to fall and we lose the definition of our jawline. Even if you don't have a jawline, right? And let's say you go from skin to neck, you still can draw on a chin and a jawline. Just following that bone pattern. You don't have to use a lot. There are some crazy birds flying around my house right now. Okay, so just a little bit right here. You can also come down a little bit onto your neck, just to give you a little more definition if you want to. And then the theory with nose. So if you have a wide nose, you're going to place the contour closer together. So you're narrowing it out. If you have a very narrow nose, you're going to take the contour and you're going to go out a little bit. So you have more of the white space in the middle. I don't have necessarily either one of them, but I just want to give a little definition. So I'm just going to run a little bit of a line right on the side, right where that bone is. I can feel it right under the tip. Okay. Some people take their contour all the way up into their, like right where their eyes start. You can do that too. We'll just play around. So now I'm going to take this brush. This is a brand new clean brush. It's the powder brush from Saint. So there's one end that's kind of rounded like that, and then this is a blunt end. I like these blunt ends when you're blending your contour, because y'all want it to stay just in that spot. So I'm just running the brush back and forth along that line where my jaw is. Okay, you want to make sure you get it all blended. Okay, now see the side of it, how it's blunt this way? I'm just going to take one of those sides and go up and down the nose. Okay, just like that. If I feel like it's gone too much into the center, I'm going to take this end of it, just buff it out. Okay, now take that blunt end, and what you're going to do is you're just tapping and gently dragging. If I did this motion of circles, that color is going to come all the way up and down. Remember, we're actually caving or carving out your face right now, so we want it to stay just in the area that we put it. Can you see how this is already giving bone movement, bone definition, right? Okay. Now, when you're blending around your hairline, all you're doing is pushing the brush and pulling it up, okay? Just pushing it and pulling it up because you don't want to have a line. And if you feel like it doesn't really show up in my hair, my hairline, but if you feel like it does too much, you can just take a little wet washcloth or something afterwards and just go along your hair. Okay, so now do some magic on this side. So if you use a brush that has bristles that are tight, like this, versus a fluffy one, you see the difference? That means you're going to have more control of where you want that color placed. So if you're using a big, round, fluffy brush, that color is going to go a lot of places. It's going to be light and airy. I want this to stay where I put it. Stay where I put you. Okay, right? So we have a little bit of definition. Now, bronzer. Why is bronzer important? Bronzer is like the sunshine of your face, right? So it's going to give you warmth. This is giving you definition. It's going to give you warmth. This is Bella. Bella is a great color for almost any skin. I'm just going to tap it with my finger right above. Just, you can feel it on your cheekbone, right? You can come down a little bit farther if you want to, because it's like the sunshine, gotcha. And then on your forehead. Okay, so this is just warming up your skin. When you do a color match, you match the shades of your skin. So the beard area is going to match to your neck, which is really important, right? And then like the ski mask area above your eyebrows, down to about right here, that is a little different shade. And then your pop is down your nose and under your eye. So you have kind of a 3D look. This is the small end of the blush and bronzer brush. I like this because it's a little more airy. It's not as compact as that other brush, this one that we used. See the difference? So I like this brush because it's just going to move it and be a little more natural. I don't care if it overlaps into the other one. They're all compatible. There's a difference in the texture of the cream of this bronzer versus the contour. The contour is a little more stiff. It's a little more, like it's dense, right? Because it's an intention color that's going to go right where you want it. Where this one, it's easier to move and it can just kind of blend around. Okay, so now we've added some warmth to the skin. Now, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, it looks like too much, I can't do that, that's okay, because what you can do when you're done with your cheeks is you're going to add some setting powder, which kind of mutes everything out. Sorry for the hair this morning, y'all. It's raining and my hair's acting up. Okay, so for a cheek shade, I'm going to use Pink Grapefruit. I like this color because I think it goes with any shade, and it's enough in the pink family that it's going to give you some color, but it's not like screaming, hey, you're wearing pink, right? So Pink Grapefruit, it has a brown undertone. I like it. It's really creamy. Just going to put a little bit on my finger. I'm going to kind of come in around the apple, just right in here. You can take it all the way up if you want to, but I'm not going to focus most of the color there. I'm just going to do it right in here and then move it up. Okay, so this same brush that I blended the bronzer, I'm going to do with this. But be careful, don't come up to your eye too much, because then you're going to lose your highlight. You're going to lose your pop of your lightest foundation color there. So this is just a little bit to balance out your, your lips and your eyes. It's not meant to be the main attraction. It's just meant to give you a little color. Okay, you can take it over the bridge of your nose if you want to. Just a little bit. Okay, last step. A little bit of setting powder in the lid. This is the big end of the blush and bronzer. Okay, I like just this brush for setting powder. I don't use it for anything else, no creams. It's only for this. If you use your brush in creams and powder, it's going to make your cream have a film, like crusty. Okay, so I'm just touching it right over everything that I just did. And it's going to mute it out. It's not going to be so drastic. Can you see a difference? Okay, plus you need to set your cream makeup so that it's not going to move throughout the day. And y'all, I promise you, once you set, you're good to go. Like this stuff will last you all day. That's it. If you guys want any information, if you want a color match, you want some help with your makeup, just message me here. I'd be happy to help you. Have a good one.